Good evening, welcome to the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield, and coming up over the next 50 minutes, the best of the first round action. On the day, the chairman of World Snooker, Barry Hearn, announced some very interesting changes to the format of the tournament, including offering former world champions an invite to qualify for the event in 2015. Back to this year's championship, we start with a man, Judd Trump, who was, of course, a beaten finalist in 2011. And the numbers were looking good for Judd after yesterday's first session, leading Tom Ford by 6 frames to 2. But Ford proving to be a very tough opponent, winning the first 6 of the 8 frames in the second session to level things up at 8 frames apiece. We joined it at the start of frame 17.
Thank you. Frame 17, Judd Trump to break.
Of course, the 2 frames for a place in the last 16 this Alphabet World Snooker Championships here at the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield.
This will be interesting to see whoever wins this match's press conference, because I'm sure they'll have plenty to say about the way the match went.
Thank you. 1. Five. 6.
Just wonder whether he's got an angle on this red to move the red away from the black, and looking
11.
at that shot, he hasn't. When you're playing well and things are going well, or you get on balls like that and all of a sudden
12.
the kiss is on, but he's going to have to make things happen at the moment. Nothing's coming easy today for Judd. Now has he got an angle to move this red out now? My colleague Ken's put this line up. That's the one he's looking for. And if he's on it 3/4 ball, he can play it. Well, the angle's perfect. I don't know whether he's thinking of doing something different to what we suggested. Played it nicely. Played it nicely. That's as good a shot as he played today. And got a perfect angle to open the pack. He's not had a good look to see whether there's any plants available should he go into the pack at speed. And nothing on easy.
26.
I can forgive him there for pushing the boat out because he didn't really have an easy safety shot, but he's left it off a chance for Tom.
One.
Needs that white to bounce. Don't think anything's available in the same pocket as the black. So let's just see what he does with the cue ball here. Well, he's played it well. This is a great chance.
Eight. Nine.
He was relying a little bit on good fortune there, and it was entitled to play into them. One more good
16.
positional shot, and he's got the frame at his mercy. And that could be it. This is
7.
a great chance to go 9-8 in front. 1 up with 2 to play.
Yes, and just look at how those reds are lined up. Most players would practice.
24.
We could have hit that a little bit harder. He's going to be running into a red here. Well, he can take the top one. Maybe he can screw up for the brown through the gap.
25. $29. $30.
Well, you cannot believe it, can you?
Tom
You
for
cannot
30.
believe it.
Wow, what a let-off. Did all the hard work. And missed.
1.
Straightforward black. Just hit the near jaw. Just stayed there. Wow. What a chance for Tom Ford. Could have gone 1 up with 2 to play there. He'd be absolutely kicking himself in that chair.
6.
And having seen this, the frames he's lost this morning, that he should have won, Tom Ford. I mean, that pot success rate, Ken, is very, very poor from both these players, but it's the first round at the Crucible. And there's so many matches and have gone close. He's had 4 10-9s already this week so far. We could be in for another one.
It's amazing what this wonderful theatre can do to all the players. The Crucible collie wobbles.
And I saw Judd's piece in the
14.
press the other day saying they should move it away from here. I mean, what are you supposed to do? Move tennis away from Wimbledon because it's not big enough? I mean, where do you stop? This is the place to play.
15.
He's a nice angle on the black. He's coming around to see if these two reds pot, or one of them pots into this left-hand corner pocket. If they do, he won't bother trying to play the cannon. That shot tells you that it does. But does the bottom one, the nearest one to the cue ball, does that pot?
22.
Well, it does pot, but it's tight. It doesn't look tight from that angle, but when you're playing them, particularly with this pressure, as he missed it. And there you go. And exactly what can happen when there's a bit of pressure and you're not directly behind it, looking at the pocket as well as the object ball, anything can be missed. And as you say, we were playing into a blind pocket there. Couldn't see the pocket from that angle, and that's what made him miss it. It's amazing what can happen here.
It's not easy, this red, Ken, is it, with the rest? He might be better off taking the middle red of the three and cutting that into the corner. At least he's bound to be on a colour if he pots that one, whereas this one down the cushion, he'd be well to get away from the cush to pot the black.
There's a lot of pressure on this, isn't there? It's a tough pot, and he knows if he misses this pot with the rest down the cushion, it'll be frame over. Big shot for Tom Ford here. Well, he was up off it. He was up off it completely. See, he was away from it before the cue ball even reached the red.
One.
Not perfect angle on the blue. He's going to have to negotiate the cue ball in and out of balk. And the green may be in his way here. Just watch. Well, he's not going to go in and out of balk. He's just going to take a mid-distance red. But Willie, we've seen him miss countless of reds like this all morning.
Well, he's 50-50 potting this, Ken, isn't the way the match has gone. Or can he pot it? He can't with the look of his body language. And looking at this picture we're going to show you in 1 second's time, well, I think he can see enough to pot it.
I think he just about has enough of it. In fact, the blue may help him because that's the perfect path. Just past the blue to hit the red, to pot it. So the blue may help his eyesight here. Yeah, well played. There's a lot of pressure, as you said, on that. 25 points in front. Black will put him 32. He's going to need the last red.
Well, this has been very, very workmanlike from Judge. The tension has got to both players. Won't surprise me. Anything being missed at the moment.
15.
He's held himself together just at the right time. And Tom, once again, has had two glorious chances to win this frame. Whoever loses this match out of the two are going to have trouble sleeping tonight, knowing that the amount of chances they've had.
23.
Judd Trump now, one up with two to play. Well, that was certainly a frame that could have gone either way. Judd Trump would be absolutely delighted to have been given that extra chance that Tom Ford missed. He goes into the front again, this time by 9 frames to 8.
And Judd sealed it in the next frame. Not a great performance from Trump at all. The 2011 runner-up and 2013 semi-finalist struggled for form even when he was on top, became increasingly frustrated during the match. But at this stage, it's all about getting into the last 16. Got past Ford, running out a 10-8 winner. Will play Wales's Ryan Day next.
It was very scrappy. It wasn't a particularly enjoyable game, but I've just got to take the positives, and I'm in the next round, and that's the main thing. I always enjoy playing here. I love the atmosphere. There's always a buzz around the Crucible. There's always, everyone looks forward to this tournament. So for as long as you stay in, there's always less players and more chance of you winning. It's always a good game against Ryan. It's always sort of free flowing. A lot of breaks, not a lot of safety, and it will be an enjoyable game, a good game to watch, I think.
Yeah, it should be a cracking next match. And also a repeat of the semi-final at the Crucible from last year for Barry Hawkins in round 2. He will play Ricky Walden after winning 8 frames on the spin to beat the qualifier David Gilbert by 10 frames to 4. Hawkins celebrating his birthday today in cracking style. And also through to the second round, world number 7 Marco Fu, he beat Martin Gould by 10 frames to 7. Our first glimpse this week of Neil Robertson, the world number 1 and current UK champion. Of course, he's playing Robbie Williams. Robertson, the Australian, took the first frame. We join it in the second. No score, Williams to play.
Wasn't easy. Of course, when you've got someone like Neil Robertson coming after you, you know that you can't afford to miss too many of these, especially the way he started in the opening frame.
One.
Well, he's overhit this one by a long way. He had a choice of the red next to the blue or the red to the right corner.
Well, is he lucky, Stephen? Can he get to the one at the back of the bunch? Maybe not. If he's dropped on that, he's very fortunate. He didn't play for this one, and he is on it. Just about. That was a little bonus there because, as Stephen mentioned, he overhit his last shot, and all of a sudden there's one at the back of the pack appeared.
Yeah, but no, Neil, I think it will be blue, red, then angle in the blue to smash into the pink.
Pink's just away from the reds a little bit, but it shouldn't affect the shot if that's what he decides. He's got the red either side of the bunch as well.
10. Plays the shot very well.
Well, he's going to be unlucky if he hasn't dropped on a nice one. He's got one to the middle pocket. He might just be okay here, but he does play that so well, as you called, Stephen. Didn't quite get the pink full ball, but 3/4 ball certainly opened them up nicely.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see as this match develops. You know, talking about this making the 100-100s, if you get sort of decisions around about the 60, 50, 60 mark to go for the 100 or play risky shots to get the frame won. I'll be interested to see how he reacts.
Just a bit too hard. He might have to play another cannon here just to hold the white because it's such a thin snake. He's looking at the green. But it's a little thin one, but that's a natural angle with a little bit of screw would leave him okay. I think he'd be on a choice. He doesn't have to do that, but that looks to be the shot, you would think.
21.
Didn't quite get the cannon he was looking for.
Touch and ball.
Just trying to get into the middle of them, and he hit that one full ball. But if the black goes into the left corner, he's still okay. He's slightly hampered here with the reds.
Twenty-two.
Oh, he's let the white slip away out of position again here.
29.
But you'd have thought he was bound to finish nicely. Just misjudged that, Stephen.
Yeah, you would have to think he was playing a cannon in the red immediately above the black, but seemed to get into the cue ball a bit much.
Once again, he's hampered if he takes the one into the right corner. That's why he's looking at the one into the right middle pocket. And even that is awkward. It's amazing that last little cannon, just a fraction, can make such a difference. The one he didn't get the cannon as he intended. Give this plenty of thought. That's one more good positional shot when he pots the black, and he's right back in business.
Thirty-seven. $38.
You'd have to say this is looking a great chance for 94. And I mean the number of centuries he's made, not a break of
45.
94.
$46. $53. $54. $60.
Very impressive start from the world number 1 and former world champion.
61.
Yeah, he always has that air of dominance about him when he's walking around the table, which you have to compete at the highest level.
68. $69.
I think Robbie knew when he took the long red on, he had to knock it in. Otherwise this could happen, and it certainly has. Oh, an unwanted flick, but he's okay. Just about.
74.
Frame well and truly safe, so just concentrate on that 100 break.
75.
He's made 351 in his career, but he's made 93 this season.
That was a little careless one. He won't be happy with that shot. This red is now missable.
82.
I think it's a formality now. I mean, there's no getting away from the fact there is more tournaments, but still, to make this many centuries in a season is a phenomenal achievement.
91.
When you consider there's other top players, they're allowed to play in all the tournaments as well, but they haven't got anywhere close.
Yeah, it could be a record that might stand for many, many years. We've had 13 centuries so
98.
far in this year's Alphabet World Championship. Well played, Neil Robertson. That's his 94th century break of the season.
105. $107.
Can't beat the highest break. That's currently held by Ricky Walden. Magnificent 137 break. So we have no idea how Robbie Williams is playing. He hasn't had a chance. All he's done is missed one long, straight, difficult red. Other than that, hasn't been at the table.
$125.
Well, it doesn't get any better than that. The world #1, Neil Robertson, clears the table with that magnificent break of 132. He now leads 2-0.
Well, it's all going very well for the man ranked #1 in the world. He ended the first session 7-2 up, including yet another century break in frame #7. Let's bring you right up to date with what else is happening in the first round. In the evening matches, Northern Ireland's Mark Allen taking on Michael Holt. Allen led 5-4 at the end of the first session. He took the first frame of the second to lead 6-4. We join it in the 11th. Allen to play. 5.
There's always a possibility that you can pull that shot off, but I think he was sending it twice across that time. But he didn't sort of acknowledge or hold his hand up, so maybe he thought, I've got a chance of the blue going in, and now he only needs the pink, and he could take the double on here in such a way that he wouldn't move the black. It's a back double if he played it with screw. Okay, he's got an easy safety shot, but the back double is on. And he tried it, and the reason he tried it is because the black was safe. Having said that, well, that's the angle he's faced with, so I thought maybe he could have a go at this and just stun in behind the black, but not from that angle.
This is actually quite tricky to get safe. Got to make sure if he plays it across, he doesn't hit the black with the pink. Yeah. Interesting.
Where's the cue ball? Where is the cue ball? Wow. He actually attempted to pot that pink there, believe it or not, and he's finished up playing the best safety shot of the match.
You just got to be full in the face and try and stick this on the side cushion here. Nothing else you can do with this one.
Well, he's left a pot on. So we're going to have a tense black ball finish by the looks of things. Well, he was trying something a bit special there, but he's gained the advantage. He can play the first telling safety here. Had it have pulled up a little bit sooner, he might have taken the double on. Might still do. He has. Oh, everyone thought it was in. He doesn't want to double kiss this. And the old dreaded double kiss there. I think everyone thought the black was in. He had to make the double. It wasn't a natural. He played it with a bit of pace, and everyone thought it was in, JP.
I tell you what, I'll be having the cue ball cleaned here. I really would. He's just played a deep screw on that. Sometimes you can get a kick. Hopefully he won't, but I would be having it cleaned.
Well, in goes the black. And I don't know what that's about. He's telling the crowd to be quiet. It was a tough old frame, that, but Mark Allen will be delighted, and he extends his lead. It's now 7 frames to 4.
And Mark Allen then won the next 2 frames to make it 9-4, needing just 1 for victory. Could he do it in frame 14? Let's find out. Allen to play.
Now then, well, what a chance here. He's got a red into the left corner, the black's in the clear. Pink's tied up, but that doesn't matter. He can get out onto the black from that angle. He's lost 6 frames in a row. So playing for a little bit of pride here, just to see how things go, just see if you can knock in a couple of breaks and then just play it frame by frame.
Yeah, just checking about whether the black will go on its spot. Doesn't appear so, so it's up to the yellow. No change there then in these games, Dennis. It's been all round the table, the black in this match. Very few times the players have come to the table with it actually on the spot and open and amongst the reds. It's been that type of match this evening.
Good position required here. 2 loose reds available, one at the back, one to the right, but not completely easy to get on either of those.
Oh dear, how often would you see that? He's missed it in the right corner. Have a look at this for a trick shot. But he hasn't dropped nicely on the red. He was going to get down and just take that in the middle pocket. If he plays it in such a way, he might be able to bring the pink into play, but well, he'll need a bit of good fortune here.
$15.
It's a long, straight pink. He had to trust to a little bit of luck there, and well, if this goes in, it's not a bad chance. Well played. And the pink, as we show you that long pot again, might still be available. I was going to say may have to go up for the black here and get it back up, but with the pink in the open and the blue, he's okay. Didn't have to go up for the black there, but a little bit too far for the pink. Yeah, the blue's awkward because of the yellow and black where they're situated.
Michael Holt, 22.
Well, Mark's a left-hander, so there's still a possible pot down the cushion here. That really was a bit of a wild one from Michael there, trying to force the angle. But he can get away from the cushion here when he screws back. Oh, no, no. He'd want to get this match over as quickly as possible, Mark Allen. He's been under the weather for a couple of days. He can get himself fully fit.
Wow, what a shot that was. That was his best shot this evening. Absolute peach. Stunned that in off that angle, round the angles, beautiful. They played that any better. Great shot.
$7.
It's a little bit straight on this red though. If he screws back, he'll become cannoning those 2 reds, or one of them, on the side cushion, so not apparent what he can play on here, Dennis.
Just wondering if the pink's available into the middle pocket. It'll be easy then.
8.
Yep. Just a little cannon required, just to try and force the red away. Played that well. Might be a little bit hampered, will he, with the pink going on its spot? No, he's okay.
It's a great chance now. That one good opening red has given them
15.
this opportunity here. No need for any cannons. These 4 reds are all clearing each other as he pots one.
21.
The other becomes available. Might not be the best shot he's ever played, because I think the reds are blocked into the left corner pocket, and he had to play a little cannon, and it hasn't worked out as well as he would have expected.
28.
So all of a sudden he's got to pot this red, cannon the other red. You never know where the white's going to finish. But that's just about perfect. Delicate little cannon that.
Didn't he play that really well? I was thinking he could have been playing that firmer than that. He played an absolute peach of a cannon there. Beautiful shot. I want to get this match over with as quickly as possible. As you say, he's been a little bit under the weather. So if he can get out of here 10-4, and have a couple of days to recuperate before he
45.
plays again, he should be fine for his next round match.
36.
Another
42.
few inches would have been better. He may just have to nudge the blue, but it shouldn't be a problem. Well, I say it shouldn't be a problem.
43.
Might be now. Straighter on that red, and it would have been fairly comfortable. Now the black's the choice. Just had to sacrifice a little bit of position, taking the black, so one good shot with the rest. He's already 28 in front.
Thank you. 51.
All depends as to whether he can get on the black off one of those reds. Because if he doesn't, and it's highly unlikely that he will, he's going to need
58.
one of the more difficult reds. 36 the difference. That's 37.
59.
He'll be 43 in front when he pots the pink, with still 43 on the table, so he needs one more red.
$65.
No, don't think he'll be potting one there. Looks like he can't get to the one on the left-hand side cushion, so just a safety, but took these really well. As you say, Dennis mentioned, 43 on, 43 ahead. A strong favourite for the frame. The way the balls are, okay. The colours are all potable, but those two reds are going to be pretty awkward in there.
Thank you. Mark Allen, 65.
And just one more good pot, and it's the end of this year's World Championship for Michael Holt. And that's the one that'll take Mark Allen into the second round. Michael Holt led 4-3, but he'll have lost 7 frames in a row, and Mark Allen has played reasonably well, but you have to feel sorry for Michael Holt. He just hasn't been at the races in this session. He's just deciding
Mark Allen.
whether to concede. He's thinking about it. He's coming
Great.
forward.
Mark
He
Allen.
shakes the hand. It's been played in a great spirit, this match. But as I say, Michael Holt just could not get his act together, and he'd be very disappointed. But Mark Allen, who was under the weather, you have to say he'd be more than delighted. He goes through to the second round, a very comfortable 10-4 winner.
I think the scoreline was probably a bit flattering. Michael had chances, he didn't perform today, and I wasn't really a lot better, but I just dug in and stayed patient, and I knew that if I could pull in front, then Michael's head might start to go, and he's been his own worst critic in the past, and he's sometimes very hard on himself, so I knew that if I just got a few frames in front like I did at 7-4, 1-2 frames, it could have went either way to start the session, and then I fancied myself at 7-4. I didn't think Michael he didn't throw the towel in, but I think mentally he wasn't quite there after that.
And well played, Mark Allen. Just before we say goodbye, time to show you how the first round draw is looking, with 2 matches still to be completed. It was all very straightforward for the defending champion Ronnie O'Sullivan, beating Robin Hull. Ronnie will now play Joe Perry, who saw off Jamie Burnett. Sean Murphy beat Jamie Cope to set up a match against Marco Fu, who today beat Martin Gould. Barry Hawkins beat Dave Gilbert to set up a really intriguing match, a rerun of last year's semi-final against Ricky Walden. Dominic Dale 7-2 ahead against Mark Davis, that one to be completed. The winner will play Michael Wosley, the Giant Killer. Mark Selby beat Michael White to set up a match against Ali Carter, who beat Zhao Gudong. Alan McManus beating John Higgins, setting up a match with BBC colleague Ken Doherty. Judd Trump beat Tom Ford, and he will play Wales's Ryan Day, who beat Stephen Maguire. Mark Allen, winner over Michael Holt, takes on the winner of Neil Robertson, Robbie Williams. That's it for now, but if you want more action from the 2014 Dafabet World Snooker Championship, Snooker Extra is up next, and I'll be back at 1 o'clock on BBC Two as the second round gets underway. The match we're covering, Mark Selby taking on Ali Carter. Have a great night. Bye for now.